Greetings, dear viewers. We're thrilled to have you here on our channel. This is your go-to place for insightful discussions and analyses on a variety of intriguing topics, from the curious world of royal watchers to the fascinating realm of pop culture. We invite you to join us and delve into these captivating narratives. And don't forget to subscribe to keep up with our latest content and updates. Stay tuned for a captivating discussion about the contradictory narratives surrounding Meghan from royal reporters. In the world of royal reporting, Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex, has always been a topic of interest. The narratives spun around her are as numerous as they are conflicting. This scene seeks to delve into these contradictory tales and perhaps, in doing so, shed some light on the underlying biases and agendas at play. Royal reporters have painted a multitude of pictures about Meghan's standing in the United Kingdom. On one hand, some report that she is unwelcome, advocating that she should remain overseas. These voices seem to amplify the notion that Meghan has somehow fallen from grace and is persona non grata within the British realm. Yet, on the other hand, we see an entirely different narrative. A narrative that not only notes but emphasizes Meghan's absence. It's as if her non-attendance at royal events or her absence from the UK is a story in and of itself. These reports almost suggest a longing for her presence, painting a picture of a duchess who is sorely missed. Now, it's fascinating to see these diametrically opposed stories spun by the very same press. It's a clear display of the lack of objectivity that seems to plague royal reporting. Instead of presenting the facts as they are, there's a tendency to mold narratives that fit personal agendas, prejudices, or simply what sells best. These contradictions also shine a light on the discomfort that seems to exist within the royal press. There's an apparent struggle to accept that Meghan has moved on with her life, living it on her own terms, far from the stringent confines of royal protocol. The press seems to grapple with the reality that Meghan is no longer bound by the expectations of the British Crown and is comfortable in her own skin, irrespective of their speculations or desires. Such contradictions perfectly encapsulate the reporters' inability to reach a consensus on Meghan. It's a testament to the fact that the Duchess of Sussex remains a figure of fascination, even as she charts her own path, far from the royal fold. The narratives about Meghan often take a darker turn with smear campaigns. It's a murky world where the relentless efforts of some royal reporters to smear Meghan's character come into play. These efforts, sadly, reveal more about the reporters themselves than the Duchess they seem so intent on maligning. Underneath the sensational headlines and scandalous stories are underlying biases and agenda-driven reporting. This is a game of shadows and whispers, where the truth often becomes distorted and the line between fact and fiction becomes worryingly blurred. These reporters, it would seem, are more interested in selling stories than in reporting the truth. The Duchess of Sussex, a woman who has chosen to live her life on her terms, becomes an easy target. She has stepped out of the royal box, and for some, this choice is incomprehensible, even unacceptable. The reporters' contradictory statements further expose their biases. On one hand, they claim Meghan is unwelcome in Britain, painting a picture of rejection and ostracization. On the other hand, they can't seem to stop wondering where she is when Prince Harry attends events alone. This inconsistency is telling. It exposes the reporters' struggles to accept Meghan's independence and their discomfort with her autonomy. It shows their inability to move past their own preconceived notions and report objectively on the Duchess's life choices. These smear campaigns, rather than tarnishing Meghan's character, expose the agenda-driven reporting that has unfortunately become all too common. They reveal the lengths to which some reporters will go to sell a story, even if it means resorting to character assassination and peddling untruths. So, as we continue to see these smear campaigns against Meghan, we must remember to question the intent behind the narratives. For it is often in the darkest corners of these stories that the truth about the reporters' biases and agendas can be found. These contradictory statements expose the reporters' struggles to accept Meghan's independence. The inconsistencies in the narratives about Meghan are glaring and revealing. The royal press seems to be caught in a quandary, unable to decide whether Meghan is a persona non grata in the United Kingdom, or if her absence leaves a noticeable void in the royal proceedings. This betrays not just their lack of objective reporting, but also a deep-seated inability to accept the reality of Meghan's situation. One moment, they're painting Meghan as an unwelcome entity, someone the nation would rather not have back. The next, they're lamenting her absence, as if the events she chooses not to attend are somehow less significant without her presence. This paradoxical stance is a clear reflection of the reporters' struggle to reconcile their preconceived notions about Meghan with the reality of her life choices. The fixation on Meghan's absence in particular is a telling sign of their inability to move on. Even as Prince Harry attends events alone, the reporter's attention is drawn not to his solo appearance, but to the absence of his wife. This preoccupation with Meghan, even in her absence, is a testament to their struggle to accept that Meghan is no longer bound by the confines of the royal institution. Their relentless attempts to undermine Meghan's autonomy, to question her decisions and belittle her choices, only serve to highlight their own biases. The narrative they've crafted about Meghan is not only inconsistent, but also inherently flawed, built on speculation and personal agendas rather than facts. It is high time the royal reporters took a step back and reassessed their approach. Their inconsistent narratives are doing them no favors, only serving to highlight their inability to report objectively and impartially. Meghan's life choices, her decisions to step away from the royal institution, to carve out a life for herself and her family on her own terms, should be respected, not undermined. These inconsistencies highlight the reporters' inability to accept Meghan's life choices. It's time they accepted that Meghan is comfortable in her own skin, regardless of their opinions or speculations. The contradictory narratives about Meghan serve as a mirror, reflecting the biases of royal reporters. As we've journeyed together through this video, we've dissected the conflicting reports and analysed the smear campaigns engineered against Meghan. We've observed the striking inconsistencies in the narratives peddled by royal reporters. Some claim she is not welcome, while others conspicuously note her absence, a paradox that is as baffling as it is revealing. These contradictory narratives depict more than just a disagreement among reporters. They illustrate a deeper issue, a clear lack of objectivity, and a tendency to push personal agendas. The royal press seems to be caught in a tug-of-war between their preconceived notions and the reality that Meghan has broken free from the constraints of royal life. Her absence is not a statement of unwelcome, as some would have you believe, but a testament to her autonomy. Meghan has chosen a life outside the walls of the palace, a life where she is free to be herself without the constant scrutiny of the royal lens. The persistent attempts to undermine her, to question her choices, only serve to highlight the reporter's inability to accept this new reality. Their fixation on her absence, their relentless smear campaigns, these are but futile attempts to pull her back into a narrative she no longer belongs to. In their struggle to reconcile with Meghan's departure, they have lost sight of their duty to report objectively. Rather than accepting that she has moved on, they continue to speculate and wish for a different outcome. But the truth is, Meghan has found comfort outside the royal life, in a world where she is not bound by tradition or protocol. In conclusion, the narratives about Meghan are not just about her. They are a reflection of the biases, the lack of objectivity, and the personal agendas of the royal reporters. They are a testament to their inability to accept change, to embrace the new, and to let go of the old. Regardless of what they may wish or speculate, Meghan has moved on with her life, comfortable in her own skin. As we wind up this intriguing discussion, a hearty thank you is in order. Your time and attention are of supreme value, and we're truly grateful that you chose to spend some of it with us today. We're all about delving into the heart of matters, dissecting narratives, and fostering a space for constructive dialogue. It's the interaction with you that keeps our content vibrant, relevant, and impactful. We encourage you to engage with us further. There's a world of insights to explore and discussions to be had. Subscribing to our channel ensures you're always in the loop, privy to our latest content, and part of our growing community. You'd be amazed at how much a single click can contribute to the discourse. If you found today's discussion enlightening, do consider hitting the like button. Your likes are a compass, guiding us towards content that resonates with you. They enable us to tailor our discussions to better suit your interests. Sharing is perhaps the most potent form of engagement. When you share our content, you broaden the horizon of the conversation, inviting more voices to the table. You help us foster a more diverse, inclusive, and insightful dialogue. Remember to subscribe, like, and share. Goodbye, and until next time, keep the conversations going.